Alaska turn for insightful and common sense commentary. It's the Michael Duke Show, right here on AM700 KBYR. Alaska talks here. It's time for Tech Talk on the Michael Duke Show with lifestyle and technology expert Dr. Tracy Wilen.
You asked for it, you got it. A full show today. Lots of great stuff happening. The Michael Duke Show, and we continue with a great Tech Talk segment. Dr. Tracy Wilen, of course, is a leading thought expert when it comes to the impact of technology on society and mostly work and careers. And she's got some great stuff for us today. The 12 days of job hunting for Christmas. Good morning, Doc.
Oh, good morning.
I got to tell you, lots of stuff happening here. You do more in a day than I do probably all week long, so I'm excited you came on the program. 12 days of job hunting, things that we can do that we can get accomplished every day so that we can start the new year up and running, either in a new career or in a revitalized old career, right?
Absolutely. I was just asked last night at a holiday party. I'm off for 2 weeks, December 25th till January 5th. I'm starting to think about my career. What do you recommend I do? And I said, those are the 12 days of Christmas. Let's get on it.
Let's make it happen. All right, so we got 12 days. Let's go.
Okay, day one, prepare a strategy. You're not going to get anywhere unless you start to set a target with a couple of goals on whether you want to change a job, where you work, or look at a new firm.
Okay, we have to know where we're going to have to plan and have to work a plan.
You do, and I think it's something that you can plan. You can do it in a day. You can put it up on your refrigerator, put it on your mirror, and say, I'm going to stick to the plan. Well,
and goal setting is so important. I know that, it wasn't until I really started to set goals in my life that I started to accomplish it. I could have some kind of amorphous, I think I want to I had to write them down.
You write them down, be defined, and keep it short. Just a couple of, I'm going to interview with 3 companies by this date.
Right. Okay, so prepare a strategy. What's next?
Number 2 is self-assessment. Simple question. Ask yourself, what do you like to do that you do well, and you well enough that you can get paid for it? I think it's very important that people think about not all the things that they like to do, but what is someone actually going to pay you to do, whether it's marketing or technology or, food catering. Just focus on it and say, do I do this well enough that someone's actually going to pay me to do it?
Nice. All right, well, we got to know where we're at, take our plan, work our plan. Now where are we going?
Number 3 is identify employers. And what a lot of people do is they boil the ocean. Rather sit there and say, who would hire me, right, today? Who would in the local area or where I'm willing to move, and a lot of people are not willing to move, who would hire me today? It helps you narrow down the employment and the jobs and the functional area.
And you can focus you're not shotgunning the whole thing. I'm not going to just throw stuff at the wall. I'm going to focus primarily on these 1 or 2 or 3 specifically.
That's right. Based on what I've accomplished, who today would walk in the door and say, wow, I want you? And it's probably be a competitor. It could be a vendor. It could be a customer. Or it could be another division in your firm. But always self-assess and say, what do I do? What do I do well? Someone to pay for. Now, who would hire me for that?
That's interesting you say that, because I remember a couple lateral moves I made early on in my careers where it was not a competitor, but it was a vendor or somebody that we dealt with on a daily basis, and I was actually offered positions out of those, and that actually has worked out very well.
Yes, because you know their business, and they want that expertise, so they'll take you and they'll love to hire you.
Okay, so we identified the employers. Now we've made that short list of 3 to 5 firms.
Make a short list. Again, just say, let me just start off with 3 firms, at the most 5 firms, and get to understand those firms very well by going out to the websites, following them on Twitter or Facebook or LinkedIn, and really understanding where the jobs are in that firm or in your own firm, and then start to focus.
All right. And you have to know, that's a typical, that's Sales Tools 101. You have to know the client. You have to know who it is. And you have to treat this like it is a prospective client to say, I am selling me to this client.
Yes, and I think people also have to be very realistic about their commutes. A lot of people say, no problem, I'll go drive an hour. You know what? In Alaska weather, you're not going to drive an hour. So you got to be really realistic about who's going to hire you in your vicinity, as well as who will hire you based on what you can do.
That's the guy who drives an hour to work every morning. Holy cow. All right, revamping the resume, is that item 5?
Item 5 is revamping the resume. A lot of people have not touched their resume in five plus years, and the whole style has changed. You know that. We've talked about it's got to be SEO words. We need to see more results. We need to see metrics. We need to see experience, and we need to see credentials. So it's worth going out and looking at current examples of resume and refreshing it and getting it down to 1 or 2 pages at most if you can.
All right. That leaves us on to item number 6.
I say LinkedIn. If you haven't joined it, it's probably still one of the most valuable job hunting tools, which is it is a network. So I encourage people to update your profile, make sure that it matches the same information on your resume. I get a lot of people who send me resumes that don't match their LinkedIn profile, and that's a flag that one's lying. So make sure that you start to look at that tool if you had to pick one social media.
And I think you and I have talked a little bit. If you're getting a gift, one of the best gifts you can give yourself or have somebody give you is to up your LinkedIn profile to the pay for profile, right? Because you get a lot more tools and a lot more things to be able to utilize.
That's right, and you can still do it if you're down to the wire here on Christmas and you need a quick hit. Give someone a LinkedIn upgrade from, they're probably doing the free basic membership, bump them up for a couple of months so that they can increase their network, see more job information like salary and visibility, send more emails, and give them a little help there.
All right, so we've joined LinkedIn, and then we need to keep joining.
Well, I like professional associations, and I'll tell you why. They help you focus. They have their own job boards, but it's a community of people in your industry. So if you're in technology, join a technology professional association. If you are female like myself and a business owner, you might want to join a women's business ownership, right, professional organization.
Right.
The reason is these people know where the jobs are. They know where the opportunities are, and they can help streamline and fast-track you to job openings.
It's not what you know, it's who you know. That's what it's about. Number 8.
Identify the jobs and start to think about applying. Now, here's the rule of thumb. Spend 95% of your time researching the key 3 to 5 jobs that you're going to apply for. Do not blanket every job. When you look at a job description, go down to the bottom and say, do I match 80% of the items requested? What the employer is looking for. If I do not match 80%, throw it out. You'll go into the black hole, and everybody hates the black hole. Only focus on the jobs where you're a direct match.
Nice. Okay, number 9.
Number 9, I say contact hiring managers. People are so shy. At the end of the day, the hiring manager is going to hire you. Now, take your time and think through how you're going to get that to that hiring manager, but don't put yourself in the black hole or the HR, swirl. If you know the hiring manager who has the opening, reach out and make sure you have a really good pitch for yourself, cover letter, and an updated resume, because you're only going to get that one shot. But go for it. People are very shy about contacting people who are hiring, but let's face it, you need a job.
I got to tell you, I've had more people say your persistence in contacting me has really paid off. That helps. All right, number 10, we're down to the wire.
Elevator pitch. If someone walked up to you, you're in a holiday party this week, and someone says, well, you're looking for a job, what do you do? Can you answer that in 30 seconds or less, right, the time it is to go up a couple of floors in an elevator? What do you do? What's your experience? What are your accomplishments? And where do you see yourself, right, fitting in another firm? Get that down to a soundbite, so if someone just happens to meet you and happens to have a job, they know exactly if you're a fit or not.
All right, 11 and 12?
11 and 12, interview outfit. Just remember, conservative is best. Dress up. And then don't forget to practice your interview skills, questions and answer, be prepared, and go in and win.
The 12 Days of Christmas. We'll throw these up on our website and get them up there on the Facebook page as well. Dr. Tracy Wilen, I hope you have a very Merry Christmas. Thank you for coming in. As always, we appreciate your expertise on the program.
Thank you very much. Happy holidays.